What's good, people? Urban Gun Reviews, and today on the channel I'll be doing an unboxing and my first impressions of the Springfield Armory Hellcat. Let's check it out. Alright, so let's unbox this thing, check it out, and I'll give y'all my initial thoughts about it. Y'all didn't think I was gonna get this? I told y'all I was getting this. I told y'all. So check out the box real quick. You see Springfield Armory. You see Springfield Armory on there. Not really too much to see after that. All right. So in the box, you got your a nice little gun bag, little gun case. I got my paperwork that came with it. You get a nice little shot thing. Little target. All right, they busted like 4 caps in there. You know what I mean? So we got that. So we got the Hellcat booklet. You know what I mean? So you get all your little information and paperwork in there. And then you flip this side open and you get a trigger lock. I believe that's what that is. Yeah, trigger lock. And you get your flat base plate, and then you get your 11 round mag. All right, so we got 11 round mag, your flat base plate, and then we got the main event right here. This is a pretty decent little case too. A nice little bag, you know what I mean? I like when I buy a gun and I get a little extra things, you know what I mean? Not that I ever use it, but it's just nice to have. All right, so try to get it out of there. Oh. All right, and then we have the Springfield Armory Hellcat. All right, so like I said, I told you I was gonna get this, and I made the decision today. You know what I mean? I was like, let me just go grab this up, and let me see, you know, check it out. And while I was out, I was at my local gun store, Justin's Gun Shop. If you in the local area, you know, Washington area, definitely go get one or go check them out. And I grabbed a 13 round magazine. So let's open that up while we got a chance. All right, so we got 2 13 round mags and an 11 round mag. All right, the extra mag, like I said, I got it at my local gun shop, and it ran me 35 bucks. Oh Lord! Maybe 40 after tax. Okay, so checking it out, you know what I mean? You got the nice grip texture on here that I don't believe is too aggressive. It you know, it's a nice texture on it. Like I said, not too aggressive. You got your mag release right here, which is reversible. So if you know you prefer it on the right hand side of your pistol, then you can do that. You have your lock back and slide release. You have your takedown lever. You see there's more texture up here, so that is for your thumb, you know what I mean? So if your thumb, you know, you get a little bit of texture on that thumb part right there. And on the opposite side, you have that texture. It's on both sides, so if you shoot left-handed or right-handed, you got that texture, you know what I mean, on both sides. So I like that. Like I said, the texture on here, it's nice, you know what I mean? You get a little, it's kind of sandpaperish, but not overly aggressive. Like, I don't think that it would irritate me or the skin or anything like that. And this texture wraps around the whole grip. It's on both sides, and the thumb part and the finger part. So definitely, you know, good feature right there. I like it. We got a trigger safety right here. So you got your you know, that little thing on the trigger that has to be pressed in order for the firearm to actually fire. We have a serrations that wrap around the entire slide, so it's on the left and the right side, the top, and it's on the front and the back. So if you want to do press checks, you know what I mean, you're good that way. If you want to, you know, get some grip to rack it from the back, you're good that way. So that's nice. You have Springfield Armory logo up there. You got the Hellcat logo on the front, and on the side of the slide, on the left hand side, on the right hand side, Springfield Armory. You have the U sight on the back with a glow. I want to say tritium. I might be wrong. In the front, you know what I mean. So get a nice little sight on that. Real nice. What else we got? What else? You got a 3-inch barrel in here, dual guy rod, dual spring guy rod in here, and you notice the guy rod is textured as well, so it has the same texture that's on the side, and you see that same texture on your guide rail, so that's there. And you see the guide rail has a little bit of it's a little longer, you know what I mean, it sticks out, and that's to keep your firearm in battery in case you're in close quarters, you know, situation. And we have a loaded chamber indicator right here, so you know what I mean, if you had a mag in there and you had a round in there, you'd be able to see it if it was live and ready to go. Let's check it out and see how much real estate that you actually get with this. Now, you see with the pinky extension on here, you know, my pinky's on there. You know what I mean? Now this trigger cut, trigger guard cut right here is a nice cut. You know what I mean? My finger fits in there now. My whole pinky, my whole finger isn't on there. You know what I mean? So you get a little bit of, you know what I mean, meat left over right there. But it's enough to get, you know what I mean, a decent grip. And without that, and imagine it being flat, it wouldn't be as comfortable for me because, you know what I mean, I got, you know, a little bit meatier fingers and hands, so it wouldn't have been that comfortable. Now, you know, getting your full grip on there, like I said, I'm pretty good. Now, if I realize that my shot wasn't as good as I would like it to be, you know, holding it like this because there's not a lot of real estate, then maybe I would try to adjust it to a grip like that, you know what I mean, to give me just a better hold on it. But I would have to try it out when I get to the range and see if, you know, that would be issue. I forgot to mention the built-in beaver tail. You know what I mean, you do have a built-in beaver tail on the back of the firearm. Now let's check out the 13 round magazine. Now, much more, way better feel, much better right here. You know, when you get in your, that's a good feel. You know what I mean? You see, still a little bit of meat hanging off, but if you look, the majority of my pinky, you know what I mean, is secured. I'm good, and this is a much more, a much better feel for me. I'm definitely feeling that. See, you got a nice responsive mag release, so you know, it shoots out, so you won't have to, you know, grab it and pull it out. So nice feel. All right, so my first initial thoughts about the Hellcat is that it I mean, it's what I thought it would be. You know what I mean? It's not any real surprises like, oh, you know, I didn't expect that. You know what I mean? It has a really nice feel in the hand. Really reminiscent of my SIG P365 in many ways. You know what I mean? The feel, the look, You know what I mean? It's a really nice handgun. You know what I mean? I'm really interested in trying it out, shooting it, and you know what I mean, and really seeing how good it is. Like I said, I'll be getting this to the range pretty soon, and when I get it to the range, you know, I'm gonna do my normal test. I'm not gonna clean it before I go to the range. I probably won't clean it until after I put about 500 rounds through it. So, you know, I know that it's gonna work. I'm gonna try a few different types of ammo, you know, brass and, you know, a couple steel case and stuff like that, just to make sure that it can, you know, fire and run any type of ammo. I'll try some hollow points. I'll try some defensive loads, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So like I said, I mean, it's solid, you know what I mean, so far. Without putting any rounds through it, it's a solid handgun. I can't see any flaws in the design or anything right now. So, I mean, I can't wait to get it to the range. So hopefully in the next few days, I'll be able to get it to the range and put some shots down range and check it out. You know what I mean, and see what it's really about. Like I said, my first initial impressions is that I like the build. Like I said, if you watched my video before, when I said I was gonna buy this gun, this is gonna be my next purchase. I said before in that video is that I really wasn't impressed by this because I felt it was a 365, you know what I mean? That's what I felt it was, but you know, after getting my hand on it, it does have a different feel, but you know what I mean, I'm gonna enjoy shooting this, and maybe it will replace my P365, but you know, we won't know that into the future. But it's Urban Gun Reviews. If this video helps you in any way, let me know by clicking the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you can do that easily by clicking on the AR-15 in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. If you want to be notified whenever I upload a new video, you can do that by clicking the bell notifications. If you're not following me on all my social media sites, go into the description and all those links will be in there. And we out to the next one, people. Stay blessed, stay strapped.